So it's Friday and I am looking forward to start my weekend. So usually in Europe on Fridays people might take a holiday or a day off, or some of them also work like half day, so they can really maybe go to another country and can meet their family or to another city. In my case, of course, I'm not going anywhere. I'm still at home. By the way, this is just a plant grown like quite long, so it's the fun plant. So most of you who are like following me for quite a while, you know that I make contents in a more vlog format. You can also see a flower coming out. Looks so beautiful. Okay, so they're really helping out to make this vlog. Topic for this video will be my life in Germany, why I like to live in Europe or in Germany, how Germany has changed me. Without any further ado, let's get into it. Oops. So I have made like a list of things how Germany or living in Europe has really impacted me as a human being, as an individual. So I just cannot wait to share that with you. So to start with the list, I guess I have to go back to 2017 when I have actually entered in Germany, and I started my journey by studying in one of the German university known as University of Mannheim. And needless to say, it's quite a popular university, but studying there is like a epic and iconic because the university is built inside the castle, and what more to ask for, right? So I just switched on to the zoom so you can also see a little bit of outside and nice cloud, and that is like another thing really like fascinates me, this scenic, this nature, this beauty. Every single day when I'm waking up or even before going to sleep, it just cannot stop to mesmerize it. So the nature, the beauty, and this bright sky just takes away my heart. Beside this, so yeah, my journey started in by studying in University of Mannheim. Before this, I have also spent few months in England as well. So far, my life and majority of the time I have spent in Europe is around Germany. So I have first and foremost found out that Germany has really made me more confident, and this is also the reason why I'm doing this YouTube video, right? So you really need to be like, of course, fluent in what you are talking about and also be more expressive. So these are few things that I have really brushed up over the period of time I've been living here. And this is also the reason when I came in 2017, I also started my YouTube channel, and ever since then I am here, even though sometimes I'm not so consistent, but overall it has really made me a human who is confident in putting out and expressing my thoughts and my learnings and my observations of life out there on internet. So it takes a lot, and Germany has really made me this person. Of course, with that, it has also helped me to improve my communication skill. Listening is quite important if you want to become like a good at communication. So given that, like, I remember in a day I used to meet like 8 new people every single day, and this continued to happen for next like 8 to 12 months. Of course, I still have to go like a long way. I have to still learn German language, be fluent at it, and also learn some other languages. I'm not a linguistic, but Germany has really made me look into that aspect of the life which was overlooked previously. Along the same line of communication and starting my YouTube channel, I cannot forget to mention how creative Germany has made me. Of course, there are very few designers, renowned fashion designers that are from Germany, but I think in general, Germany is like another Silicon Valley. Here you will be meeting people with such a good ideas, and in general, the environment, like they recognize talent, they also like make you be creative. I mean, just look at the nature here, like the environment, the people you are meeting, it will make you a person who is thinking in a different manner and also exploring new ideas and trying to give it a chance. So this is one of the things I guess was also impacted me to start my YouTube channel, because if you're on YouTube channel, you always have to think like new ways of delivering videos and new contents, and also like filming differently. So this is where it really impacted me, and I have never thought this is how it will be developing. The other thing on my list is, of course, I became more responsible. So back in India, those who don't know, I am originally from India. So I have lived in Delhi. So I'm coming from northern part of India. Even though I have lived in a city like Delhi, I was still in a comfort zone. There are many things which we do not realize growing up, but are like slowly being observed or learned by the child. So there were many familiar things that was still there in Delhi compared to what I'm observing in Germany. So for instance, in India, we are always dependent on our parents, and we always have like a good source of like where to buy food, how to buy it, how the bank works, how the education system are. So these are like sort of comfort zone where I do not have to put extra effort to know about it and learn about it. While when I came to Germany, I have to learn everything from scratch. So be it like knowing about how transportation system is working, how the banks are, whether they are charging monthly payment, how to do the tax refund, tax declaration, and also like how the education system is being set up was quite interesting. Was not so easy, I would say, but was interesting journey to really learn and to really even share it on internet. Yeah, so I am now more independent and more responsible. So of course I cook my own food. I have to buy my own tickets if I want to travel, and also like I'm mostly living on my own and alone. So I have to really figure out where my next food is coming, where I have to work next, and what to cook, and when to do laundry. All like these small things. I guess it's just like a way we are growing, and it just adds to the how we mature in life, right? Then next on my list is what I have already spoken about. As I was meeting several international students, it also made me get inspired. I had met some really brilliant mind and also really good people at heart, and it made me really reflect that there are people, very good people living still on this planet. There are people you can still trust, and there are people who are always smarter than you. So really opening up my mind and really listening to them, their ideas, and really get fueled with excitement and inspiration being provided by them. So it was something like a big change in my life. I am like youngest in my family, so I have always been open and a good listener, and also a good secret keeper. So if you have any secret, let me know in the comment section. But yeah, it Germany has made me more like open-minded, open to even listen, observe what other people has to offer, and give everything a chance. This is like another value addition in my life. So I meet many people, but at the same time I try to like learn and incorporate whatever good things I am learning from them. This brings me to another point, and it's one of the best thing because of which you should be considering Germany as your next place to live. So I have met several people, and they are all like international, most of them. So they were coming not just from Germany, but they were like from Spain, Portugal, USA, Fiji, Australia, and this has really opened up like a different world to me. So even if I'm not traveling to those countries, just listening their experience and their life in those countries has just expanded my horizon and also given me like a world look. So I really started considering me as more like a global citizen rather than being just Indian or being just living in Germany. So that's where it has really made me more like a global citizen at the end of the day. Of course, with that, I have also came across stories and experiences, and also came across several culture shock, which I will never be forgetting, and was quite interesting. And it has made me really realize that I like to learn about culture. I like to know about everyone's stories, how things are different in different countries, what kind of food they like to eat, and especially living in a student hostel really made me like live one point of a time in different countries. So you could say like my hostel with 90 students where people were from different countries has really made me like look into their life. Of course, that doesn't mean I was interfering into their life. I meant like in a positive sense, really seeing their day-to-day life, how they live, and really seeing their outlook and perspective to why they do certain things, if I'm making any sense. This has also made me more compassionate. So on my day-to-day life, and especially in my workspace, I have become more sympathetic and compassionate, and it's much easier for me to be into another person's shoes if I am looking into certain type of situations. So has really made me more international and more better at my cultural competence. And of course, as a byproduct, I end up really eating different type of cuisines being prepared by real chef from those countries. As a person now, I always believe that everyone has something special to offer. So I always see that what is their strength and what I can learn and what is my takeaway after I had a discussion with this person. So I always see that there is a positivity in every person and try to learn like good thing from this person, or something as a moral story if they are talking about their life story. This has also made me get motivated about things that they are passionate about. So I have heard from people who are passionate about cooking. Some are like really speaking 9 languages or even 19 languages, and it's one of their target in life to really become more multilingual. Or their passion could be to really go on hiking or have some sports interest. So it has also added like a motivation to me to also keep exploring different type of like hobbies in life and never settle, like really keep experiencing, keep getting indulged, because it's just one life that we get, right? Like, so if it's just one life that we get to live, why not to live it at fullest without of course harming anyone, but really experiencing all these small things. So it really has opened of course again my horizon in terms of different things we can really achieve as an individual, like at least experience, right? Like maybe I'm not expert, but at least I can get to experience it, or at least experience it from another person's eyes. Now, moving on to another point, of course, listening to the other people's hobbies, interests, made me also realize that in Germany we have abundant in time. So we do have spare time to really devote it to the hobbies. So there is a better work-life balance. I remember back in India, I have also worked sometimes 1 o'clock in the night. I remember spending 4 hours a day just in commute, which means that if I am reaching home at 1 o'clock and I have to like be at office next day at 8:30 in morning, I have no time for myself to really explore my passion. There have been some companies I've worked where even on Saturdays I have to work. So the only day I was getting like a week off was on Sundays, which means that I am just charging my battery on those days. So I have been through those days. Luckily in Germany, it's not the case. I do think that things are not totally different. It's always up to you how you can balance it. So in Germany, usually people always appreciate if you're just working to your time, not doing too much overtime. And this is like a big cultural difference I have noticed, because back in India I have noticed usually you try to leave the office after your manager is gone, but here in Germany what they really appreciate is that you finish your work within that 8 hours time duration, and then you can go and enjoy your life, explore new hobbies, learn a new skill set. So for example, in past years, especially even in pandemic, I have learned so many different modules and courses which helps me to really get another job roles, and I end up working in different areas and functions, etc., which is not really possible in India. So maybe it has changed now, but back in time wasn't the case. The list is quite long, and I think like I won't be able to like cover it in just one video. So for that you have to watch out this space, you have to subscribe to my channel so that I can keep sharing you such contents. But the last one that I want to mention to you in this video is really big one. In Germany, I have noticed people are quite straightforward and most of them are quite honest. And to be honest, it makes things quite easy and simple. So if you do not like someone, or if you don't want to hang out with someone, or if you don't want to date anyone, you just tell it to the person. You just try to be honest, straightforward, and just say it. It could be sometimes sounds very rude, but I started learning to see it as more like a positive thing. And I appreciate when somebody is honest and direct. Sometimes, yes, it's quite difficult to really accept the honesty, but in a long run, it really helps you to really save your time and really work on those shortcomings, or at least not waste time on that person if the person is not interested, or if the person has given you a feedback on something that you have to improve. You can really make effort then improving it rather than living in a false world. So this is how I really appreciate, like, especially with German people, they are quite straightforward and honest. If somebody doesn't like me or they don't like to eat my food, they should be just be upfront and be honest about it. So I really appreciate it. In the beginning, it took me like a while to really adapt to such type of culture, but now I am also seeing I'm becoming more of that person. I think I was always that person. Growing up, my sister used to always come and ask for the suggestion if she is looking good, if her cooking is good or not. And I was always very direct and honest about it. So I always been that person. So I guess this is a match made in heaven. That's why probably I've end up being in Germany. So that's it. I guess with that, my list is, of course, not finished. I will be eating your brains in the next vlog.